Okay, you're welcome to Heroic Academy. This is a quick video to help one of my students solve an issue. And the issue is simple. And he just finished an online shop and he wants to hide some certain component from users. So he wants the admin to have access to the component only. He doesn't want users to have access to everything. You get me? So you want to separate the role of a user and the role of an admin, and he's finding it difficult. Okay, so let's quickly solve it together. Yes, he has gone a long way, but he didn't quite. Okay, I think let me talk to you quickly, directly, George. George, what I noticed here is that before I start, please, I must apologize to you for taking long time to respond to you. I have a lot to handle, and secondly, I am not really in a very good health. So I'm trying to take a break so before continuing, you understand. So it's affecting a lot of things, but it's okay. So I believe you understand me. So I will solve this admin issue for you today. So if you have any other challenge, just repost it to me. If you have any other different problem, because you talked about paste track, I won't solve that one particular. I won't solve that one here. You have to repost it, explain to me properly. Okay, in a different video or post. Okay, so that I will create time for that too. Like I told you, I'm trying to manage time and also manage my health. You understand? Thank you so much. Okay, George, where you have issues that you didn't really read your code and get the logic out of it. You just followed an instruction I gave you without really following it exactly the way I actually explained. If you had read your code properly, you would have understood that your logic is not really getting what you want. It's not actually making the sense you want it to make. And let me explain what I mean. If you go to, okay, once you log into your admin panel, you see this. So what is saying that it's trying to this admin is getting null. It's a null value, as in, so not a null, actually it's a false value. It's a boolean. It's a true or false value, but you are trying to assess to check whether you are trying to access row count from it. See this row count. So you are trying to access it from the boolean, and there's no way you can. You can only access the row count from what you fetched from the database. As in, when you select something from the database, you can now call row count to count the number of item you got from the database. Do you understand? But if what you are getting is true or false, there's no way you can count true or false. Hope you understand that now. And that's the issue. Now let's quickly go to the user script. Okay, let's look at the okay, the number is the line is 328. So let's go to users class. My this thing will pick it. I think my, okay, yeah, I believe it will pick it. Look at where the error is here. So 328 thereabout. Now you see it's trying to, you see that it's underlined it as error. Okay, now let's quickly go here. Let me show you what I want to show you here. Okay, this is correct, but this is where you got it wrong. Now when you said if execute, that is if the execution fails, if it's not well executed, if there is an error, let it return true, which is not logical. You understand? But if there's no error, let it return false. It's not logical. So what it's supposed to be is, if there's an error, like if it tries to execute this and it fails because of maybe if this is not well written, or maybe something it happens to the database, it doesn't work, then it's supposed to return false, not true. Do you understand? So this is supposed to be true, false, sorry. Then coming down here, now if it was able to fetch something successfully, it's supposed not to return true. What it's supposed to return is this. because this is what we are now going to use to count. Hope you understand. You know where you are going to use this, that is where you are now going to call row count, and you are now calling row count to true int. If you return true here, it means that there's no way you can call row count. You understand? So you want to use row count to check how many record you got. Do you understand? So you have to return statement, this statement. So whatever you are fetching, whatever you're selecting, not necessarily fetching, because you're not fetching, you're just selecting. Whatever you are, whatever you selected from the database, you assigned everything here. So if that thing is actually selected successfully, then you have to return this. I believe you get the logic now. So that wherever you call this, you assign it to this again, because the value of this, what this thing is returning is this statement. Hope you understand. So you will now assign it back to the statement and now use it to do the row count. I believe you get it now. This is very important, please. Okay, try to get the logic, because the logic is what is important. Programming is all about logic. Okay, it's all about logic. So you read your code, let it make meaning to you. Okay, so that if it doesn't make meaning, then it will not really give you what you want. Now I think we've taken care of this now, and let's quickly go down here. So here, look at another logic, another mistake you made. This one is okay, you called it successfully. You came here, you say if statement equals to false. It's wrong. It's supposed to be if statement not equals to false. If it is false, there's no way you can call row count to false. You can only call row count to this statement if it's true, that if you return statement. Do you understand me? If it is false, then you can call statement. So you can say if it is not false, or you can just, to shorten it, you can just remove this. Just say if statement. Okay, this still means if statement equals to true, or you can say if statement not equals to false. Do you understand? They still mean the same thing. Like if you can say if statement not equals to false, still the same thing as the other one I did, whichever one, but I believe this one you understand this one better, so let me use this. So if it's not equals to false, you can still leave it like this, it's still correct. Do it like this, still correct. Okay, then you can now do what? Call row count to it and check whether the number of columns is more than 0. And if the number of columns is more than 0, it means that this person is an admin. You understand? Because you selected an admin. So if you were able to you count and it's not 0, then it means that the person is an admin. Hope you understand. Because this selects something based on this email. Okay, and it checks whether this email it has admin as a status. So if it has, then this will count, it will call it 1. So that means the number of rows will be 1. Okay, so that's what you did here. Now you come here, you say return false. It's wrong. So if row count is greater than 0, it will return true. True means that he is an admin. Else it will return false. I hope you get it now. To return false, return false. That means he's not an admin. I hope you get it. Very good. So when it's got somebody who is an admin, it has to return true, showing that it's an admin. Because this thing is like a question. Is he an admin? Yes, he's an admin. No, he's not admin. I hope you get it now. So that's the idea. And another thing here is, so if this statement is equals to false, that means you didn't select this quite well. That means it fails to select. There are two things you might like to do. You might just say echo connection failed, that it didn't work. You understand? But in a situation like this, because you are doing is admin or is not admin, you can simply return false. When you return false, it will show it as if the person is not an admin. Okay, and it will hide whatever that is from the person. Do you understand? But actually, if it fails, in a you're supposed to say, okay, maybe connection fail. You echo connection fail. If this is false, okay, can echo connection fail here. Do you understand? Okay, but I don't want to echo connection fail because we are checking whether this is true or false, so that he will return an admin. I will just return false. Okay, I'll just return false. Okay, there you go. But in normal development, why you are developing and you want to check whether connection actually failed or not, you can just echo connection fail. But you know why when people are using it, when other people are using it, they don't actually, that connection, whether connection fail or not, it's not really that so important to them because they are not developers. They're not the one developing it. Okay, what they want. So what you have to do is, if there's an issue, it will hide whatever component from them for security reasons. You understand? Very good. So I will just say return false so that whatever component can be hidden here. Just what's important here is use your logic. Always read your code. Try to see if your code is making sense. Okay, so what we are saying now, if this is not equals to false, check whether the row count, as in whether the record selected is more than 0. Okay, if it is, return true. That means it's an admin. Otherwise, return false. We also come here and check, okay, what if this selection is false? That is, it wasn't able to select something successfully. What will happen? This will happen. It will still return false for us. You get me? So with this now, this is a logical code. Okay, now let's go back to your this and check. You're going to see there's another error. You're going to see we have another error here, but it's a different error from the first one you got, and the error is from the admin, from the dashboard. You go to include, then go to dashboard, right? Very good. So when you come here now, you see another logic. You didn't quite logic this thing out quite well. You see if status equals to, now where is status? Do you have any status here? There's no there's no variable called status, and that is what the error, this error is reporting. Say undefined variable status. There's no variable called status. Then why are you returning status? This is what you have to do. You have to delete from here off. Okay, close this. This is what I explained to you in a voice note. I said when you call this like this now, the way it is now, it means this thing you just did now is if admin is true. That's if the person is an admin. That's what it means. But if you want to check if it's not admin, now you put exclamation mark at the back like this. I hope you get it. Good. So this thing now I did, this one I did is the same thing as saying if this is equals to, it's something as saying if, oh sorry, I say if this is equals to true. Oh sorry, true. Just the same thing. Hope you understand. So this, you are using this object to call is admin, to check whether admin, this person that logged in is an admin. Okay, but just to shorten this and to make it look more professional, leave it like this. So this still means if if the person is an admin, show these customers. You understand? This customer card. Hope you understand. But if the person is not an admin, do not show the customer card. Do you get that? And that's all. So let's check and see. You know the customer card, this is the customer card right now. Let's refresh. Do you see we are no longer seeing the customer card? Gone. Because I'm not an admin. I logged in and I'm not an admin. And that was why you are no longer seeing the customer card. Okay, anywhere you now with this I did now, anywhere you want to hide from a user, just do the same thing, just the way you did this. And you know from this menu you have to also hide some of this menu. Just have to go to where the menu is. I believe maybe on the index. We'll repeat the same process. Just get is admin. Okay, then you call is admin just the way I did it here. Okay, call it and then use it to wrap the way you just wrap this one. Use wrap whatever you don't want the users to see within this block, so that a user will not see it. If I should go to make myself an admin now, if I just registered to show you this. If I should go to the database, I will just make myself an admin. Oh, sorry about that. I will quickly make myself an admin. I am now an admin. Let's check. Okay, I'm now an admin, right? Now let's go back and check it. And let's check here and see if we're going to see the customer. Do you see now we have customers? Hope you understand that. So the same way you can hide some of these because these customers shouldn't be seen, because even if you are not seeing this one, if this is seen, then somebody can click on it. Even the users, you have to hide the users. Okay, even these products, unless if you want users to see it. Okay, some of these things should be hidden from users. Categories, unless you want users to see it. And some comments, okay, and so on and so forth. Another thing you might also consider doing is maybe some of the things you might want to hide if you want the user to see their own. For example, let me give you an example. Let's say a customer now, depending on the application you are building. If you are building an application like a referral system where people can invite people to buy, you understand, then you can do it in such a way that when someone logs in, the person will see only the customer he or she invited, not all the customers. Do you understand? Only the customer that consigns him or her. I hope you get it. But this one is just straightforward and simple, and I've solved it. So like I said before, if you have any other issue you want me to solve, just remind me later. I will get it solved. Okay, I'm trying to manage my time and my health. Okay, thank you so much.